think that Hitler was ignorant, and I feel that Hana was an amazing girl and teacher, and that she did not deserve to die in such an awful way.
It made me feel really sad and interested because I felt sad for what happened to George's family, and I still want to learn more about what happened with the suitcase and about Hana.
Hana's story made me feel sad because she was a young Jew, and Hitler didn't like Jews. So Hitler ordered the German Nazis to come take away Hana's mother first, then Hana's father, and then Hitler ordered the Nazis to come and take George and Hana to a concentration camp.
I feel very strongly connected to Hana's life because in many ways she was just like me. I love skating and playing outside and swimming. For her to have to suffer without her parents and eventually her brother, then die in the gas chambers the day she got there and the day she thought she would see her family, it's just sad.
Hana's story made me feel so sad because she was a young girl, practically my age, and she lost her family. First her mom, then her dad, then her and her brother got taken to a concentration camp where many Jews are killed. It was so sad.
The story about Hana made me feel a lot of different emotions. Like at certain times in the story, it was joyful when Hana and George were having fun. It was also very sad when Hana and George's parents had been taken away from them. And at other times in the story, it just left you thinking.
I felt pretty sad about Hana's story because it was hard for her when her parents got sent away to a camp where they got killed.
I am interested because I want to know why Hitler hated Jews. I just wish Hana was still alive so I could tell her that her story inspires a lot of people.
What was going to happen next? Thinking about why Hitler was even killing Jewish people and why Hitler got elected to be in charge of Germany. All these questions then just bring us to the thought of millions of people killed on the spot.
One day, Hana found out that she was going to Auschwitz. She thought she was going to meet her brother. But when she got off the train, she said she was going to go. The Nazi said that she was going to go and be reunited with her family. But actually, when she got off and walked straight into the gas chambers where they killed all the Nazis.
She should have had the chance to live her life as a regular kid. The hatred sadly did not make that happen.
I also felt really confused about why Hitler was afraid of Jewish people. Like, no one else really cared about what race you were, if your religion was Catholic or Christian, but only Hitler seemed to care.
Hitler was so selfish and greedy but powerful, and it's like he didn't have a heart. I can't believe he would just kill Jews because he wanted to rule the world.
It was hard for her and his brother George. I felt really sad about it.
The book was so sad, and I was crying a lot, like when she saw her mother for the last time.
When the war ended, I felt relieved that no more people were dying, but the sad thing about the end was that Hana was one of the last people to be killed. I will never forget the story about Hana and George.
The Holocaust is a really sad historical event that happened. If Hana survived, she would be happy on how her story came.
Because of their religion or skin color doesn't mean you have to not like them, because we're all the same species.
From this story, I learned to stand up for the rights, because there will always be more people that think the same way.
From Hana's story, I learned that really you shouldn't just hate other countries or hate races just because you think that they're evil or you think they've done something bad.
Well, I learned from Hana's Suitcase that someday we hope that the world will be a peaceful place. Now there are terrorists in Europe and all over the world killing people, and I hope that history will never repeat itself again.
I learned that Hitler was a big bully and he didn't like Jewish people just because from who they were.
That the Nazis weren't really nice and they killed all the Jewish people.
Reading Hana's Suitcase, I was thinking that many people died, and if there was peace, none of this would have happened. And if we don't have peace here, someone like Hitler does the same mistake Hitler did, we might die.
You don't want to go crazy and try to just take over the whole world, because what's the fun in that? Because after, basically all you'll have is unhappy people. They won't be happy. It will make you feel horrible, and you're gonna wanna redo everything. You're gonna wanna set everybody free.
We should always have peace and make peace everywhere we go, to everyone we meet. Reading this book was a great experience. And for the people that don't know this book, I will tell them. I will tell everyone. I'm doing this because everyone should know the life of Hana and her family. This book is a story about forgiveness and peace.
And in the process, why would you want to eliminate all the Jews? Like, it makes no sense at all why he would want to eliminate all the Jews, because Hitler had Jewish relatives. I hope there's no one else out there like Hitler.
I hope that we can change the world by stopping bullying and make the world a better place and replace bullying with peace.
I also learned that you never know what you have until you lose it.
I learned from the book of Hana's Suitcase is that Hitler was crazy and wanted to take over the world. So that taught me not to do what Hitler did because it's bad.
I learned that some people, just because of their religion, their skin color, other people decide not to like them, so they just got mad at them and wouldn't be their friends.
I learned from the story that kids shouldn't be treated meanly because they're just kids. So they should be treated like normal kids, like in Canada.
I learned a lot from Hana's story. I learned to be kind to others and to not hate, but just respect, to forgive, and that racism should be stopped.
I learned that the Jews did not have the same freedom as everybody else. They were like drawn out of the circle, if you know what I mean. And this all happened by one man.
It taught me about the challenges in the Holocaust, how badly the Nazis treated the Jewish people. I know that Hitler wanted power and did it by killing innocent people along the way.
I learned that one man and one man only can change the course of history. I can relate to this problem because it's still happening today.
And Hana's Suitcase showed me the importance of respect, forgiveness, love, hope, and bravery, and how one person can make so much of a difference. But I hope such racism and bullying never happens ever again.
And they shouldn't be taken away from their families and their homes, and they should have a normal life, and they should actually get more food than only once a week bread or a muffin or a donut, and they should be allowed to go to the park and have friends, and go to the school and to the movies and to the store.
And this all from World War II all the way to the day, it's all just racism. Starts with one man who builds up so much hatred for a country or a person and snowballs into a really bad situation.